watching Let's Chat.
As we mentioned at the top of the show, there's a new law that went into effect on January 1st. It's called the No Surprises Act. And to explain more to us about exactly what that means and how it can save you money, it's our attorney friend Mark Warren from Warren Griifin. Mark, good morning.
Morning, Chip. Ain't it good to be alive and be in Tennessee?
Yes, sir, buddy. It certainly is. No Surprises Act.
The No Surprise. They say that this new law that it comes into effect January 1st of this year is one of the most significant consumer protections laws that has been passed in decades.
Tell me about this.
Well, it pertains to health insurance.
All right.
Pertains to health insurance. So we got to talk a little bit about health insurance. You have health insurance. You have, your list of in-network providers, and those are the healthcare providers that the health insurance has negotiated with to get you some good rates.
Sure.
Okay. Then you have the out-of-network providers, which means those are healthcare providers that they can charge you almost anything they want to for their services.
Is there a cap to what they can charge?
No, not really. I mean, the marketplace is the cap, okay? So whatever the marketplace will bear, they will charge. But the problem that a consumer runs into is that you pick out for a surgery, elective surgery, say you're going in for gallbladder surgery, you pick out your in-network hospital,
right?
Your in-network gallbladder doctor,
check.
But they have an anesthesiologist group that is not in-network, and they're out-of-network. And so that is a surprise bill. The in-network bills, you expect your health insurance to pay with nothing out of pocket. The out-of-network charges, that's a surprise bill you get from the anesthesiologist, for example. That's a couple $1,000s because they're out-of-network. Also, a consumer that's been involved in a car accident doesn't have really the choice of choosing an in-network hospital to go to.
They don't want in-network, out-of-network,
well,
first available,
well,
right?
yeah, you're in the back of an ambulance, okay?
Yeah.
It's not like you have a chance to Google search what you have in-network.
Sure.
So what this No Surprises Act does is it takes away the surprises. There is no longer out-of-network charges that are more than the in-network charges. The out-of-network charges are going to be capped at the in-network charges that you would get if you're in-network at the hospital.
Which is going to save the end consumer, you and me, if we're in that situation.
Thousands of dollars. Thousands of dollars, because you'll never, ever get an in-network bill. And I suggest that when you get your EOBs from your health insurance, you basically take a look at them.
Right.
Because they're after January 1st, there should not be any out-of-network charges on your EOB, your explanation of benefits that you get from the health insurance.
I know I have had surgery years ago where I got bills from people I'd never heard of, and I swear to you, I've never met in my life.
Right, exactly. And those
Never.
Those are the doctors behind the scenes. A consumer can only go in-network as much as possible.
Right.
There's no way to figure out who's actually, everybody in the operating suite is going to be in-network. And what this law does, it caps on how much an out-of-network doctor can charge. They have to charge consistently what they would charge if they were in-network.
Do they have another way of making up that lost money that is probably falling into some sort of gray area?
Well, they do. Back to market forces. They might charge more for the service, and the net recovery might be more because of that right there. But then there's an arbitration panel that you can go to. If they attempt to do that, you can arbitrate the claim that way.
See, now I don't think a lot of people are aware that you can arbitrate these claims.
You can arbitrate the claim. Now, it's kind of clunky, it's kind of burdensome, but if you really have a dispute with the bill, there is an arbitration process that you can engage in.
Wow. See, every time you're here, we learn something new. So no more surprise hospital bills, no more surprise doctor's bills.
Right.
This has got to be, in the long term, nothing but good for the consumer.
And like I said, this is a very, very significant bill. This is the most significant consumer protection act that protects the consumer that's been passed by our Congress in decades.
Since this bill just went into effect on the 1st of January, do you see any kind of huge stumbling block to this that's going to knock it over or modify it somehow?
Well, first off, this bill was actually passed back in 2020, okay? I mean, it was passed during the Trump administration. It's taken 2 years to tweak it, to get all the rules in place, so when it hit the ground running January 1st, it should be as seamless as possible.
All right, outstanding. Also, want to talk to you very quickly about never texting and driving. This is something you've been championing long before it was a law.
Right.
When is the next No Text and Drive Tuesday event coming up at your office?
Our big event will be in April. We have it every April. It's Never Text and Drive will be in April. every first Tuesday of the month, we have right now with COVID, we kind of, limited the exposure in the office,
Right.
but we're looking toward April.
All right, looking towards April for Never Text and Drive Tuesday. And a couple of the statistics that I think you told me last time you were here talking about that, about the reduction in fatalities.
Right.
Just in Tennessee. It's phenomenal since this law has been passed.
Tennessee and Georgia. However, the fatalities were up last year because people are driving faster.
Yeah.
Okay, so, because people are driving faster, the crashes that are occurring are more significant and more severe. So speed has really played a very unfortunate part in fatalities in the last year.
And as you have told us before, you're not going to get there that much quicker by going 20 miles an hour over the speed limit.
No,
you may
you're
think
not.
you are, but you're not going to save yourself that much time.
No.
All right,
Slow
C.
down.
Mark Warren, thank you so much. Find out more by checking out the website, warrenandgriffin.com, warrenandgriffin.com. You can also find out more details by getting in touch with the great staff there about the new No Surprises Act that went into effect on January the 1st. Phone number, Warren and Griffin, 265-4878, 265-4878. And again, the website, warrenandgriffin.com. Mark Warren, thank you so much for joining us.
Thanks, Chip. I appreciate it.
Look forward to having you, whether you're solo or flying in tandem with your partner, John Mark, coming up here.
Look forward to it.
In just a few weeks. We'll see you here on the other side of this commercial break with more Let's Chat.